Imagine facing an enemy so smart that even Frieren, a legendary mage, gets shaken to her core. This isn't just about power, it's about the hardest battle Frieren had to face in the series that forces Frieren to confront her deepest fears and question her own morality. This is the story of Solitar, the one villain who broke Frieren and reveals the side of Frieren that Frieren never shows before. What makes Solitar so terrifying, and what makes Frieren vs Solitar the hardest fight Frieren faced in the series? Let's dive in. Solitar isn't just another name among demons, she's different. Lore-wise, Solitar is classified as greater demons. They're like natural disasters basically, an incredibly strong demons in which one greater demons can destroy one fortress city. But Solitar, here's the thing about her. It's not just her raw power that makes her interesting. She's an oddball with a weirdly deep understanding of humanity. Unlike most demons, Solitar has mastered human magic. She doesn't just dabble, knows few spells here and there. No, she wields it to the point where she can analyze and break one of humanity's strongest magical barriers in Chapter 94. It wasn't just power, it was finesse. But Solitar's curiosity doesn't stop at magic. She's fascinated by humanity itself and lots of other things. Evolution, philosophies, even culture and emotions. This is a demon who questions and learns, which if we take into account their narcissistic tendency, kinda unusual. And Solitar's intelligence doesn't just define her, it shapes how she fights. Her offensive spell is this, a barrage of flying swords. Totally aren't inspired by a Fate series by the way, but that's not all. Compared to other demons, Solitar used a far broader arsenal, including human defensive magic, which is practically unheard of for demons, except for a very few exceptions. But when you pushed her to the edge, Solitar's finesse gives way to raw, primal display of power. In other words, she starts blasting. It's simple, quick, but terrifyingly strong. And this mix of precise tactics and unbridled fury makes her one of the most dangerous demons in Frieren. But there's more to Solitar than just brains and bronze. She's not your typical demon villain. Solitar pushes the boundaries of what it means to be a demon in the Frieren series, studying humanity, wielding their magic, and showing just how some demons, as a part of a prideful and arrogant race, can actually use that knowledge far better as their weapon compared to other demons. And it's this complexity that forces Frieren to finally confront emotions she's buried for centuries. So now let's talk about what makes Solitar really dangerous. And it's not just her power, Solitar's journey makes her to be the most human-like demon. Solitar's understanding of humanity goes beyond anything we've seen before, sure, but how she uses it to her advantage is what really defines her. And this advantage isn't just theoretical. It's terrifying in practice. Okay, bear with me here. Solitar's ability to remain an unknown greater demon, despite her immense power, speaks volumes about her intelligence. About unknown greater demons, in Chapter 95, Frieren tells Frieren to memorize the names of every known greater demons. Why? Well, to avoid them. And if she ever encounters an unknown greater demon, Frieren's advice is really simple. Run. Because that means until that time, no one has ever survived those unknown greater demons to record their existence. But I think there's more to it. You see, demons are infamous for their lack of subtleties. Lots of demons in Frieren are grandiose in their killings, and because of that, these greater demons are well documented. But Solitar understands humanity better than most demons, and perhaps, because of that understanding is why she knows how to stay under the radar, making her all the more dangerous. And more to that, Solitar even acts differently than most demons. The most obvious example is, of course, how she cooperates with other demons. In the Frieren series, demons, especially powerful ones, are notorious for being fiercely individualistic. They only maintain minimum contact for survival, and other way to make them cooperate is through power and fear. Yet Solitar repeatedly defies this norm. Her alliance with Macht wasn't born out of submission, it was curiosity. And throughout the series, we see her working alongside other strong demons in a more side-to-side manner inside her submission. And then, there's her connection to the Demon King. Yeah, the Demon King. Solitar talks about him, said that she learned from him about a couple of things. And again, it's a pretty rare occurrence in Frieren. And I think you can imagine where I'm going with all this. Looking at their nature, demons are naturally designed to deceive and kill humans. But Solitar, she takes it further. All that she learns about humanity means she's one step ahead. She's optimized for it. And this is what makes Solitar more dangerous than any demons Frieren has faced in the series before. It's not just about her power, It's her ruthless pragmatism and deadly efficiency she develops, making her far more dangerous than just usual greater demons. And what do we get from that? An absolute bloody encounter with Frieren the Slayer. The main problem with Frieren versus Solitar, the problem for Frieren I mean, is that Solitar is a really bad matchup for Frieren. Solitar isn't just strong, she's prepared. Unlike most demons, she avoids the arrogance and carelessness that often defines her kind. And that makes Solitar hard to cheat. And she knows this. For demon standard, she thinks she's a coward. But she also acknowledges that, maybe, she's just smart enough not to take their prey lightly. But beyond that, from her vast knowledge of human psychology, she's really good at one thing: getting inside her opponent's head. So Frieren's confrontation with Solitar begins at chapter 98, when Frieren breaks free from the Agoltse, Mach's specialty curse that turns everything into gold. The only friend she finds is Duncan, which is also got turned into gold. And that means no Frieren and no start. And later Solitar exploits the circumstance. So here's the thing about demons in Frieren. In Frieren, demons often taunt as part of their strategy. But most of the time it's meaningless, like parrots mimicking human language, because they do it without understanding the weight of their words. But Solitar knows, and Frieren realizes it, because Solitar really knows where to pinch. So when the topic of Frieren, Frieren's apprentice, comes, it's obvious what she says to Frieren. And Frieren can't confirm it, but it's enough to make her freeze. Frieren unleashes more of her mana, breaking her usual composure, and retaliates by copying Solitar's spell and blasting her from point-blank range. It's such a rare display of raw emotion from a character who's typically so controlled. And comparing Frieren and Solitar's strength, Solitar's mana level is nearly equal to Frieren's, making it a really bloody battle. This isn't the type of fight where one blow determines the winner. No, it's long, grueling, and filled with moments where either one could have the upper hand. And what sets Solitar apart is how prepared she is. Solitar approaches this battle with meticulous forethought, having already analyzed Frieren's previous fights. She knows Frieren hides her mana and what Frieren is capable of. And this preparation flips the usual dynamic in Frieren series. Frieren is typically the one who's prepared, with her knowledge and other preparations. But this time, it's the opposite. Frieren knows very little about Solitar, while Solitar has meticulously studied Frieren's battles. And then it happens. Solitar's relentless emotional attacks reveal something new about Frieren. For the first time, Frieren admits that she grieves when killing demons.
I'm glad you're a truly cruel demon, because for the first time in a long while, it seems I won't have to grieve.
And this line hits hard, exposing a vulnerability Frieren rarely shows, a moral weight she carries every time she slays a demon. It's a chilling moment, one that highlights the thin line Frieren walks as a slayer of demons. Solitar does everything she can to win against Frieren, and in some ways, she succeeds, although her win is short-lived. While fighting against Solitar, Frieren seems to think a lot. She isn't just trading blows with a greater demon, she's actually working on a way to change the tide of battle entirely. And Frieren realizes that dispelling the Agoltse, Mach's gold-turning curse over a large area will give her side a fighting chance. Despite Solitar's claims that Frieren and Stalker are dead, Frieren chooses to believe that they're just affected by the curse and unable to act. And this means Frieren is essentially multitasking two monumental tasks, holding off a deadly greater demon and dispelling a city-wide curse. And then in the middle of battle, she actually succeeds in breaking the curse, and the effects are immediate. Duncan, who was struggling against Mach, suddenly gets an opening when Mach is caught off guard. With precision, Duncan fires a spell that pierces Mach's chest. And at the same time, Solitar, who didn't anticipate Frieren's real plan, also caught off guard, because from high in the sky, Frieren fires a long-range spell directly into Solitar's chest. And what follows is swift and decisive. Frieren executes Solitar, bringing an end to one of the most grueling fights in the series. Well, she's Frieren the Slayer after all. But you know that killer expression Frieren shows when she gets questioned about her morality? That's not the first time Frieren used it. She did it before. In the anime even, so it's rather early in the series. It's when her view gets blocked by Frieren's chest. Okay, I'm sorry, I just have to throw it here.